It's actually a lot less understeery than I thought it would be.
That's what I said.
It's not terrible in the corners. It's just the delivery of the power. Like, why couldn't they put a real transmission in this?
Well, that's why they have Infinity.
Listen. Wait. It's definitely going to be the So we're walking over to see this 2018 Maxima, which I've heard is this, you gotta drive a car. And we're walking like a mile to get it right now. But apparently it's all gonna be worth it once I get in the car and once we start driving it, because it's got this awesome VQ engine driving the front wheels through a CVT transmission, and it's got torque vectoring braking on the rear.
It's very solid. There's no creaks.
There are no creaks inside this cabin. I hear a little bit of creakiness when you press there.
But it's not like Mercedes.
It is not EQ-esque.
And this car is how many years old?
It's now 7 years old. Do you think an EQS after 7 years would have this level of solidity?
No, 7 days it'll creak.
I think day one it will creak. Yeah, we just, this car, is this leather?
Yeah.
I'm not really convinced that's really leather. I think it wants to be leather.
At least it's not hard plastic.
But it will never wear like leather. The steering wheel, however, actually is leather. This car is, to me, it's an enigma.
Special.
Some of it is special and some of it is absolutely terrible.
But look, it's felt lined.
They flock line the glove box. They flock line the glove box, but then these door bins and pockets are really cheap and nasty feeling.
It's even felt lined in here.
So if you want flock lined glove box and center console compartment, Maxima is your answer. What is that supposed to be?
I don't know. You put your pen in there, your phone?
Well, it's like a hole into nowhere.
It's a lined hole.
It is, but I mean, you quite possibly would never retrieve whatever you put in there again.
That's true.
You would never be able to find it.
It is very deep.
It goes forever. It's like into the firewall. That is a very odd design choice.
Yeah, it fits a Pro Max phone when this car didn't. It was born in an era without Pro Max phones.
It was born in an era when you had Windows 95 PCs, according to this font, but yet it can fit an iPhone Pro Max inside this, whatever this is supposed to be. Oh, and you also have 2 USB outlets and an aux outlet, just in case you want to listen to your headphones from 1995. Again, an enigma of a car. We're trying to figure out what this is. It's not quite piano black. It's not quite gloss black because there's metallic sparkle in it. Did that actually come standard in the car, or did somebody spray paint that?
No, that's standard.
I don't believe it.
It's on all of them.
But then it's weird because you would think if that was the trim for this car, wouldn't it match the rest of the dashboard, which actually is piano black?
That's a good point out.
What was somebody thinking on these door trim panels?
Maybe they had extra GTR paint.
Oh, you think that's GTR paint?
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I like that one. All right. Weigh in on the comments and let us know what you think that is supposed to be. And just to point out a couple other things, we have Bose tweeters in the A-pillars. Fancy. Maxima, you've almost won us over, but not really. I don't know why, but just setting off here, this has some rental car vibes. Maybe because that's the only way they were actually able to sell these things.
I'm sure they were in rental fleets.
This definitely has rental car vibes. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna be judgy about the car until we actually get some seat time.
Look, you even have the bird's eye view camera.
That's amazing. Quite possibly the worst backup camera I've ever seen in a car of this era. The font literally looks like it's from your Windows 95 PC that's gathering dust in your attic somewhere. That is terrible. But I guess you're not wrong. It does feel peppy. Peppy's a good word.
If this is like your commuter car, it is peppy.
Sort of feel like that's damning a car with faint praise, though, when that's the only adjective you can come up with. Peppy. It's not fast, it's peppy. Okay, let's see what this peppiness is all about. You know what? It is actually pretty quick.
It's smooth.
Yeah, wow. Look at that. Acceleration is definitely there. The delivery of that acceleration, not optimal, because it's going through that CVT trans and all you hear is it just holding 1 RPM.
But 0 to 60 is like 5 seconds, I think.
I believe that. I mean, if I was going to do like a trip, I guess there's worse rental cars you could get.
Right.
This is actually pretty, the seats in this are actually pretty comfortable.
You got cloth A-pillars.
Are these, is this cloth?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like that scuba diving material. That's what it is. It's not cloth.
It's better than the hard plastics that we're seeing now.
This is true. I agree with you. Could be worse. I guess that's kind of how I would sum up this whole car, is it could be worse. Oh, that's just not great.
I hyped you up for disappointment.
I don't know what you hyped me up for. We haven't even gotten into any turns yet. We're about to take some turns. What you did tell me is that this had Ghibli-esque vibes, and I can't say it's really recreating
The steering wheel looks the same.
the Ghibli for me.
So does the dash.
Arguably, I'm going to disagree with you there. The dash in the Ghibli was a lot better than this. Even if it had the
They're both
the Uconnect infotainment in the center, it still looked and felt a lot more special than this car. It's not terrible. Traction control kicked in. That is just awful sounding. Oh my god. If I was driving this every day, I would just cry. It's actually a lot less understeery than I thought it would be.
That's what I said.
It's not terrible in the corners. It's just the delivery of the power. Like, why couldn't they put a real transmission in this?
Well, that's why they have Infinity.
Listen to this. Who wants to hear that? All right, so like, here's my summary. Here's my synopsis of this car right now. If you're just cruising at 70 to 80, it's actually a pretty decent car because it's comfy, it's quiet. You don't hear the engine stuck at 5,000 RPM incinerating itself. And the controls in here are decent for this class of car. Materials are decent for this class of car. But if you're really like serious about driving, this is not your car. This is not a sports sedan. I don't know what this is, but it's an unfortunate marriage between a willing motor and a terrible transmission. Please, Nissan, why do you do this? Why do you put terrible transmissions into decent cars? This is what killed you as a company. This is why you're dwindling by a thread right now and on the verge of bankruptcy, because you did this. All you had to do was put a real transmission in the car, but no, you put a CVT in it. How terrible of an idea is that? You have a 300 horsepower sedan made into a CVT. I'm not going to shut up about it because I hate this transmission that much.
It is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Honestly, would you rather have this or the Ghibli as a daily driver? And you have to own it, so you're on the hook for maintenance costs.
Okay, this would probably be more reliable, and the Ghibli had a horrible rattle.
From where?
From the back end.
I didn't hear that
It was
rattle.
in the rear passenger door.
It was not rattling for me on the day that I drove it. It felt tight as a drum.
And
but okay, so it had the rattle for you.
The transmission was a little clunky.
you know what? If you put the Ghibli in sport mode and you manually shifted with the paddles,
That fixed it.
It was great.
Yeah.
And you actually had proper chunky metal paddles in that car that were attached to the steering column, so they were always in the same place.
But
which
I know it
loved.
felt like it was misfiring.
I think that's the nature of that motor, because there was no check engine light on.
Okay.
It's just I think the cam profile they used and the fact that it's a V6 and it's inherently in balance gives it kind of a lumpy idle. I don't think it was, misfiring. Oh, traction control. Oh, God, this thing's terrible. I'm not gonna lie, like, if I was really trying to get after it, this might be one of the worst cars I've ever driven. It's a killjoy. There's nothing fun about driving this car hard or fast. Oh, terrible. All right, folks. I'm really happy to be back and getting out of the Maxima. I hope I don't have to drive one of these again. Sincerely, the Autosnob. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. So we're going to get a counter viewpoint now from Mr. Alan Lee. Why do you think this car is even worth considering?
Because it's a good commuter car. It's a family sedan. It gives you some oomph. It's better than a Camry.
All right. So in fairness to this car, I was a little unfair earlier. It does have a few features that are actually pretty cool and unheard of in this class. First, it does have a power sunshade in the back window, which in this price and class of car is almost unheard of. And then it has this really cool double sunroof, which I've only ever seen in like a BMW 850 Grand Coupe. So both shades open into each other. I don't know how they accomplished that. And then this one slides over and back, and the passengers still have a skylight in the rear. So pretty cool. And if I was just sitting here in a parking lot and those were the only things I saw in this car, I would probably be impressed, but unfortunately I drove it. The end.